Hey everyone, my name is McKenzie Thomas. I'm 20 years old. I'm from Monument, Colorado, and I'm currently a professional dancer with Colorado Ballet. I started dancing at the age of 3 at a small studio in my hometown called the Sundance Studio, where I danced there for about 14 years, and I was a very competitive dancer. At around age 15 was when I started getting very serious about classical ballet, and I knew I wanted to pursue that as a career. So I then switched schools to a school called Samuel Ballet School, where I trained 2.5 years in classical ballet, and let's just say I had a lot of work to do. I was really behind other girls who had been training for years in classical ballet, and here I am 15 years old just starting out in ballet, but I had a goal and I wanted to reach it. In the summer of 2017, I went to Master Ballet Academy for their summer intensive, and I fell in even more love with ballet. And I knew from that moment that I had to train there. So I talked with my parents, and they were so supportive of me, and I moved out there with my grandpa, and I trained for 2.5 years there, and it was the best decision I ever made. When I was with Master Ballet Academy, I got so many amazing opportunities. I got to perform in the YGP Masters in Youth Gala in California, where I got to dance alongside amazing dancers and also principal dancers from Bolshoi Ballet, which was a really cool experience. I also got to guest in New York for Nutcracker with some of my amazing classmates. I got to perform Nutcracker in Sedona with Master Ballet Academy. I also got to perform in another gala held by Phoenix Ballet, which had dancers from all over the world, which was really awesome, and just got so many amazing opportunities that I will cherish forever. My favorite role I've ever performed was definitely the Sugar Plum Fairy in the Nutcracker, and my favorite ballet I've ever performed in would probably be Don Quixote or Serenade. Both of those really have just inspired me as a dancer, and I love dancing in those ballets so much. I also got to perform Serenade at the Vail Dance Festival with Colorado Ballet, and that was such a magical experience. I also got to dance with dancers from New York City Ballet and ADT, which was so amazing. My dream role would either be Kitri in Don Quixote or Juliet in Romeo and Juliet. These ballets have been my favorite ballets for so long, and I just love the characters in them, and it would be so amazing to dance one of them or both of them someday. I ended up getting to that stage where, you have to start auditioning for companies. So I was looking up tons of different companies that I wanted to audition for, and Colorado was one of them. And they had an open audition, so I went to their open audition and I got called to stay afterwards, and I got offered the job that day, and I knew it was meant to be. It was the first company I auditioned for, and I got offered that job, so I took it, and here I am, and I'm loving it so much. My experience with the company so far has been really great. I've gotten so many opportunities to perform, and I feel like I'm growing each and every day as a dancer, and it's really great being surrounded by so many talented artists. I am currently recovering from a recent hip surgery. I've had on and off hip pain for about 3 years, and I didn't know exactly what was causing it. The pain wasn't that bad, and gradually over the years it's gotten way worse. I would go to PT for it, and it would help me a lot, and some days I would have no pain and some days I would have a lot of pain. So I ended up getting an MRI done, and it turned out I had a torn labrum caused by the genetic shape of my femoral head. So I ended up having to get surgery for it, and I was thankful enough to get it done by one of the best doctors in the world, Dr. Philip Hahn, with this Vale Medical Center, Stedman Clinic, and he totally fixed my hip just through 2 little tiny incisions, and it was amazing how he did it. And what was pretty cool is he's done so many professional athletes, and he also did Wendy Whelan's hip. So that was kind of cool to get to see her little photo hanging up on the wall from him fixing her hip also. So I'm doing really well, and the recovery process has been really awesome. I'm recovering super fast, and I should be doing ballet bar within the next couple weeks, so yay! Since I'm recovering, I'm doing a lot of physical therapy, and thankfully my physical therapist is still open, so I've been going to PT a lot. But yeah, just a lot of physical therapy exercises at home, and doing a lot of ab work and stretching and strengthening my feet. And mentally just, spending a lot of time with family, which has been really nice. And I like baking and reading, so that's been kind of nice to do some things that I normally wouldn't have much time to do in my normal schedule. And the hardest part of isolation for me would probably be just not being able to go out and see my friends, or just even going and sitting down in a restaurant. It's kind of crazy how we take those things for granted, and it's really weird not being able to do that stuff, but hopefully soon we'll be able to do that again. So it's pretty funny because I started that account in the year 2015, just wanting to post other dancers on a page, kind of like Worldwide Ballet. And it was all just for fun and to try to promote the arts and other dancers. And I didn't know it was going to grow as big as it's gotten, which is crazy. And people seem to love it, which is really cool. And what I love most about it is how I'm just able to share the passion of ballet through that account. So yeah, and I'm also thinking of trying to start sort of a product line, but I'm not really sure yet, so I'm trying to figure that out, but that's definitely going to be happening in the near future, so stay tuned for that. I am a So Danza ambassador, and I've also modeled for their catalogs, and they are probably one of my favorite dancewear brands, from their leotards to their ballet flats. Just all of their products are super high quality. And I have a lot of other favorite dancewear brands. I really love Elevate Dancewear and their leotards, and Lucky Leo Dancewear, and I could just go on, but definitely So Danza would probably be my favorite. I really enjoy hiking, swimming, biking, like spin classes. I really love those. I love snowmobiling and skiing, walking my dog. Those are all really fun to me. I also enjoy spending time with my family and my boyfriend and my friends, and shopping and eating. Those are all really great interests of mine and hobbies, I guess you could say. So yeah. Something interesting that people might not know about me is I used to do karate, and I used to do competitions, and I was a state champion, and I beat boys. So I don't know, I think that's pretty cool. People don't really see me as a tough girl, I guess you could say, but I really am. For me, I'm going to be going to Arizona to start training again, and just continuing lots of physical therapy and gaining my strength back. And my short-term goal would to be getting back to where I was and getting back dancing, And my long-term goal that I have is to one day become a principal dancer. So, and I know I can reach that with lots of hard work and dedication. So yeah. I have used Point People, Point Paint, and this is probably my favorite way of pancaking shoes. Using foundation or Sharpies, it's just such a hassle. They did send me this one color, and I'm not sure the name of it, but it's their pink one. And I ended up coloring these beautiful pink shoes. And I have yet to use them for a photo shoot, but I really want to use them in a photo shoot because they're just so beautiful. And the color just turned out so pretty and smooth, and I love it. So I highly recommend using Point People Point Paint. And I would love to try just some of their more basic colors because I'm sure those would come out so smoothly. Because when I use foundation to pancake shoes, it always ends up being super splotchy and doesn't look as nice. So yeah, 10 out of 10 recommend.